beekeeping and household. That very implementation of budget about biodiversity that 5 to 7 is still there. Their livelihood to enhance their income.
Secondary school.
As environment friendly electrical items. So all these things, ONGC is very happy to be part of such a project. In the past also, last year also, 3 projects were done, and this year also, despite COVID, we have carrying out this work for the 4th project. And we are hopeful that in coming years, this great work will be continued, and ONGC will also be wholeheartedly supporting this. This year, because of COVID, a great amount of our CSR work was diverted towards meeting the immediate needs of the poor people who are in the need of basic things like maybe cooking material and maybe masks and other things. We have provided ventilators to hospitals and other kits to hospital for carrying out COVID-related work. In the beginning of the year itself, a big amount of ONGC's annual fund of CSR, around rupees 300 crores, were centrally diverted to the PM CARES fund for this fight to COVID. Because this was the immediate danger standing in front of the nation, rather the whole world. So a major part has gone there. Despite that, we are trying to take up other projects other than COVID also, though on a lesser scale. Last year we had spent around more than 10 crores on CSR activities within Tripura. This year we have been able to spend around 3.75 crores so far, and most of it has gone into the fight against the COVID. However, like our director Animesh Das sir also said that ONGC will continue when the things become normal and things go back to normal, and again the CSR activities will be focused on the basic purpose that they not only provide support, they provide a lifestyle support. The means to not only support it for a short term, it should be a meaningful support which helps people in earning their livelihood, in improving their skills, improving their quality of life. And these 4 projects have definitely played their part, both from environmental point of view as well as from generating a whole new lifestyle for these people. Additionally, the families which are there, the young generation which will be watching all these projects, they will automatically become aware of the benefits of such activities which are very much environmental friendly, and they will kind of become our messengers to the remaining areas that how biotechnology is going to help all of us in the near future. I won't take much time. I once again thank you all for giving us a chance. Also, ONGC is a national oil company, Maharatna company, and ONGC keeps working closely with the people wherever it is operating, and we feel proud, we feel honored by getting attached with such projects. Gives us a different kind of sense of satisfaction already. Like you are doing a human service in biotechnology, ONGC is doing a human service in power sector all over India. Additionally, such CSR activities, they invigorate us, they give us a kind of professional satisfaction, a kind of social satisfaction. And our team of CSR here, Mr. Pandey, Mr. James, and Mr. Sandeep, they are wholeheartedly day in and day out, despite all this COVID. They are working proposal after proposal, and now, incidentally, due to COVID, all our localized powers were centered in Delhi. Now, each and every one 10,000 rupee proposal is there. Presently, it is being sanctioned by Delhi, unless previously, like we were doing from local level. But we are hopeful that with the restoration of normalcy, these powers will also be restored, and we will be able to work at a faster pace. Now, every proposal is going to Delhi, however small, for the approval. Because of the reasons I told you that a lot of fund is diverted. Now, this vaccine program which is going to be there, so Mr. Pandey has been appointed as nodal officer from ONGC side to support the vaccination program in Tripura. Again, ONGC is diverting a part of CSR fund towards the vaccination program also. So for some coming months, there may be a bit lesser support on other activities than COVID, because COVID is the immediate danger standing in front of us. Let's fight it first, and then as soon as normalcy is restored, when this is CSR work in the true CSR manner will be again in full steam. We are hoping that. And once again, I wish all of you all the best for the kind of service you are providing to our people in Tripura, and ONGC remains committed to support you. Thank you very much.
Don't require very much fun, but the impact is great, what we have seen till now. Because the perception that ecology and economic don't go together, that needs to be changed. Healthy environment is a healthy economy. This is what this biology wants to illustrate actually. Besides supplementing family income. And 15 lakhs is a very big amount nowadays. But the output has been great, what I have seen. And we like to replicate them all over Tripura. We have done 4 or 5, I think 4. 6 now? 6 have been done. It's a new concept that we brought when we came into government. And I have seen, I have attended a few functions of the biovillage because of keen interest to me. It's a new thing, and I have seen the enthusiasm in the people. Because the government cannot do everything. It depends on the enthusiasm of the people who are carrying out this project. The villagers there, they themselves, and they are learning new processes, how to make life viable by maintaining the ecology of their agricultural plots. And now we were giving figure rings and things like that. Now we have added on solar pumps. I think China is giving solar pumps. They are giving solar lights, street lights to them. So these villages all over Tripura will be touched all over Tripura. That's our actual aim. And they are like pilots for the whole block. If we have 4 in one block, people will emulate. People will carry on their footprints. That yes, economy and ecology can go together. And that bio-farming is more profitable. Because in Tripura, land is getting shorter, smaller and smaller every day. Because as the towns are growing, and agriculture needs to have a new look actually. How to increase yield in that small piece of land. We don't have farmers like UP or Haryana or Punjab here. We have marginal farmers, most of them. And we have to have a look at how to increase the yield. And how they produce can be sold at a higher price. And this organic farming is one of the ways of doing that. Of selling produce at a higher price. Sikkim has done it to some extent, to large extent, I must say. And we must also follow, at least some blocks should be bio blocks. Some blocks should be declared as what organic farming blocks. In that way we can promote organic farming, supplement people's incomes, enthuse people, that is the most important part. Enthuse people, encourage people to realize that economy and ecology go hand in hand. This is the most important concept. We do environment, we do a lot of poster painting, we do a lot of posters on the environment, save the environment, climate change, and we give a lot of seminars. But ultimately it is in the grassroots that has to be done. Ultimately, big seminar in New York or in Spain is not going to save the environment of Chonila. It is the people of Chonila and the farmers of Chonila who are going to save the environment of Chonila. So we are taking it to the grassroots level. It's a very noble idea of taking environmental concerns to the grassroots level and showing people, the villagers, that environmental concern does not mean loss, it means gain. This is the most, important concept of the biology. If I keep the environment clean, people think, how will I eat? If I don't use, chemical fertilizers, how will I grow my vegetables? There is the alternative way. We have to show that. And show it to the grassroots level, having seminars, in a big hall of eminent people is good. Brings up new ideas on that. But those ideas have to reach the grassroots. And this is one of the ways of reaching the grassroots. through a minimum expenditure of 15 lakhs, 16 lakhs, whatever it is. The minimum expenditure and we are trying to reach the grassroots. And it's happening in Tripura. We are very proud that Modi is, with us, partnering us. And we have this habit in government to see what is the cost of the project. We think the bigger the cost, the bigger the impact, not necessary. It is not necessary, it is not directly proportional. Sometimes it may be inversely proportional also. Isn't it? I have seen, in my 3 years of government, I have seen that more the expenditure, kharcha jitna ho, impact bhi itna hoga, it is not that way. It is not that way. We have seen many programs in government where it is being inversely proved. So this is a project with minimum cost, involvement, but maximum cooperation of the line departments of TREDA, of horticulture, agriculture, fisheries. This is a convergence board. This is a convergence board. And we like to have that convergence every field actually. I spoke to the Chief Minister also, I spoke to in many review meetings, I have always stressed the convergence board. Every department tries to link with the other department. There is no way of getting out of it. We have to work in convergence mode everywhere actually. This, agriculture is different from what RD is different from something else. This does not work. It has to like rural. It is under me. That urban, what semi-urban in rural areas that is known as rural. It is a flagship program, but it is not happening as it should happen because of convergence. Money is there. 30 crores for a non-ST, 15 crores for ST cluster, village, whatever it is. But it is not happening. It is going to take long and long. Actually, I told my secretary that we can't have a rural in perpetuity. We must have a rural that is finished and we can see what a rural looks like. Sometimes RD is not doing the work, sometimes PWD is not doing the work, sometimes electricity wala phone lagata nahi hai. In that way, the rural, we never see a rural. We have to see what a rural looks like. So same thing with BioBridge. If you want to see a BioBridge, everyone has to converge.